So you guys have joined from which location?
I am from Pune.
I'm Yeah, me too. I'm from Pune.
Okay, and just a quick introduction. What was your background and why you are looking for this training?
Basically, I'm a microbiologist
Okay,
and presently working for one into pre-sales related to environmental means microbiology, bacteria culture, environment.
okay.
Also, I worked on chemicals which can deplete the ozone layer and
Mm-hmm.
those chemicals like related to
Okay,
environment.
but so in your company, do you work on any IT system for handling these things?
Presently, no. They are planning to bring the SAP EHS module.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Okay, and what's the size of your company? I mean, how many employees are there?
More than 2,000 people.
Oh, great. So that's a good use case then. So that is the reason probably you are looking out for this training, since probably your company might
Yes.
invest in SAP EHS.
Yes.
Okay. And you are a microbiologist, you said, right? So you are B Pharma, M Pharma, something like that?
I'm just MSc.
Okay, MSc Chemistry.
MSc microbiology.
Microbiologist. Okay. Good. Good to know this. How about you, Sagar?
Hi, I done my masters in environmental management from Kolhapur, and my total experience is almost 11 and half years in only in EHS only, like environment, health and safety domain. So
Mm-hmm.
almost 9 years, 7 years I was working in US for the cruise liner. It's based in Miami, Florida, and
Okay.
almost 3.7 years I'm working in SAP EHS actually in Bangalore-based
Oh,
company.
okay.
Okay, so right now, why I'm switching to EHSM, because right now everybody is asking for EHSM. Like nobody is asking the classic EHS module,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
I already quit my job because we were out of project, and that's why I want to learn the EHS. And I think I work on the like almost 6 to 7 ERPs before come to SAP,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay, so you already have
almost.
a bit knowledge of EHS modules and how it works. You been
Right.
involved in implementations also, or what sort of work you
Uh,
have been involved?
Actually, I did two support projects actually, but I never got a chance to work on implementation. Basically, when I started my career, I was a kind of in a team to like workshop to prepare the BBP, but then later my knowledge was not that enough, so I came into support. So
Okay.
not implementation actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And which areas of EHS you worked on?
Mainly product safety only. I never got a chance, but in my domain, I work all everything
Okay.
what Mohan told, like leachates and
Mhm.
microbiology and ozone and say CFCs and whatever it comes in the
Mhm.
EHS, like emission control, sustainability, everything I work.
Oh, great.
So
Great.
Sagar, I have one query.
Yep.
Uh, so what is the major
Yep.
difference between EHS and EHSM?
Like EHS is a classic module which consists product safety, then GLM, IHS, OHS, and waste management. But EHSM is like mainly concentrated on the incident management and accident investigation, like accident and investigation. So in classic, it was how we say risk assessment was one small topic in IHS.
Okay. So
This is the
one more.
difference between just to
On the
give you very
EHSM.
So I
simple.
have a one more question. Let me sorry to interrupt. Basically, I work for WHO, World Health Organization, and UNICEF for uh, for ozone depletion area. What are the chemicals
Oh,
hazardous for
good.
the hazardous for ozone layer?
Okay.
So I am a consultant for them, WHO and UNICEF. So what is the scope in Germany actually?
What is the scope? What did you say?
What is the job scope in German area? Means Europe area.
Job
Europe.
scope for EHSM.
Yeah.
So you are only talking about environmental
Me-
front. So EHSM deals with many other things also. So job scope is definitely there, both
Sorry, you
on
got
environmental front, health front, safety front, product safety front, as well as personal safety front, and obviously environmental front also. So job scope is definitely there. Northern American, European, nowadays in Asian markets also.
Mm, okay.
So your part is related to global warming, ozone depletion, but also SAP
Scope is
has some
huge actually.
solutions. Yeah.
Yes. I basically work for government projects basically.
Yeah. Yeah. So these things are now getting more and more tractions nowadays. Environment part is one part. Other than that, there are so many regulations coming up nowadays. We'll talk when we start. So you will get the complete length and breadth of solutions
Yeah.
offered by SAP.
Sure, definitely.
Venki, are you able to contact some other attendees also?
One, but the 3G is facing some network issue. Power is not came, so you can proceed them. I will send them recorded one. I will send them recorded demo class. You can proceed for this. Okay, I think maybe they will join at middle. So if they join, you can take their introduction at end of the demo.
Should we start then? Okay, I'm not sure if somebody joins in middle, so can we take that?
You, like,
I'm losing your voice.
can you introduce yourself little bit? Like,
Rohit, can you able to hear?
Yeah, I can introduce, but as part of the understanding of the
like, for us.
Hello? Your voice is fading. Who is talking right now? Sagar or Mohan?
Yeah, Rohit, can you able to hear?
I can't hear you.
Hello, Rohit.
Hello?
You know, yeah, this is Sagar speaking.
Yeah, Sagar, your voice is breaking. Mohan, can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay, so I think you're asking about the introduction now, right? Hello?
Right. Yes, go please, Rohit.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a consulting experience, and I'm basically a chemical engineer. I have a consulting experience now more than 7-8 years in various EHS modules, EHSM modules, and most of my career has been into doing, when I was chemical engineer, then also I was doing related to safety, health, other things also apart from manufacturing, and now in SAP consulting I have been throughout the journey from classic EHS now to EHSM, which is currently right now. So that's a brief introduction about myself.
Okay.
Okay, so if nobody else is joining Venki, so I'm not sure. Should we start now?
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
can
sure.
start.
It's
You can start now. Other people is facing some network issue. You can start it.
Today's agenda is mainly to give high-level picture because we are not going in system as of now. So you guys are already business people, already know much about what EHS stands for, what all EHS business process are there in industries. I will try to bridge gap between through these slides. I'll try to bridge gap between against those business process. What are the relevant solutions SAP is offering, and what is the roadmap, and what all we'll be covering in our training. So can you see my screen, by the way? Rohan Sagar,
Yes.
can you? Okay. Both of you can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
Who? Rohan or Sagar? Who said?
Sagar, this is Sagar. I can
Okay.
see your screen.
Okay. Let me check with. Mohan, sorry, not Rohan. Mohan, can you see? I think it's disconnected or what?
No, in Pune we have a little bit connection problem from this morning, I guess.
Okay, which connection? Which, I mean, are you on broadband or?
Actually, bro, I got a problem with my router, so I'm using my dongle. Actually, I don't know about him.
Okay.
So Venki, sorry Rohit, one more thing is like this whole training will be recorded, right? So is it possible to have our recordings like for the class? Because the thing is that as long as I know SAP, it's like you when everything is going on, you understand and you remember everything. But as soon as you lose the contact with that class 1 or 2 days, you all forget everything. What I know.
So I think Venki.
So is it possible?
Yeah, I'm not sure that answer Venki can give probably, but I think he was about to record, as far as I know.
Yeah, who is this?
Okay.
Is it Mohan?
Yeah.
That recording is not possible, only for demo we record it. So if you are not understand, you can ask me. We'll repeat that same topics once again. But you have to practice for each and every day once after class. Okay, we'll give you the server access. You have to practice it. Then you can remember. Okay.
There were some documents.
But a recording of the whole
Yeah, documents and material we will provide you for each every day. Once you start after the end of your class, you have to practice it. Okay. If you're recording, you can't follow that topics. You can't able to ask the questions also to the trainer. Okay. If you can't understand topic, you can ask him. He will repeat the same topic.
I think Sagar is required, not me.
Yeah, Sagar. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, right. Yeah. Go ahead, Rohit.
So both of you can see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So we have, we'll take half an hour to 40 minutes to quickly run through what all is there in SAP, what all SAP offers. So now SAP call the solution as sustainability. Although the name is EHSM, they call the solution as sustainability. So this all we are going to cover today. What is SAP's approach to sustainability? Why EHS systems are required nowadays in industry? What are the 3 pillars for EHS management? And like Mohan, you are saying environmental performance is one big block, but there are other 2 pillars, health and safety and product safety and stewardship, which are also very important. Nowadays, big companies are also going for sustainability reporting. So SAP has a solution for sustainability reporting also. And what is the solution architecture and to support the...
Sorry to disturb, for reporting what tool they are using? BO or BI like that?
Sorry, this is a tool called as SUPM, Sustainability Performance Management. This is a SAP solution that has a dashboard, BO based dashboard also. Business objects based, but there are many other technical things in that, but that's a standalone tool.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So you see so many solutions under this. So now SAP is trying to cover everything under a solution called an EHS management solution, which is evolving. New versions are coming up. In classic EHS, things were there, but they were more distributed and not having very good user interface. Now with EHSM, they are trying to change the things. with good user interface and no more remembering all the transactions and navigation based systems and everything. So the three blocks which I was talking basically caters to these business processes. If you see, somebody has joined new.
No, I think.
Okay. So the typical roles you see here: safety engineer for health and safety, product stewards or product owners for product safety and stewardship, and environmental managers here. So if you see the business process, you will understand what we are going to cover in EHS solutions. Those are pretty, since you guys are already from business, so you will understand better in health
One
and
question,
safety
sir.
most.
Rohit, one
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
For to work on this EHS module, the chemistry knowledge is essential.
Chemistry knowledge will be required to a certain extent, but not mandatory. For few of the business process, if you have chemistry knowledge, that is advantageous. Like we'll have some mass energy balance for environmental equations. If you know it, you will understand better rather than a chemical computer engineer guy who will not understand the ABCD of it. If you have that knowledge, you will understand the composition of pure substances or ingredients, how the bill of substances, bill of materials, what is the concept of that. You will understand those things, and you will understand how from a regulatory perspective you can prohibit or restrict certain substances to a certain degree of chemistry. Those things you can understand, but it's not mandatory. People understand as and when they practice, but you will be able to understand and talk to client better if you are going to deal, because you understand the chemistry part of it, but not mandatory. So product safety and stewardship, you see here, these are the things which are mostly dealing in health and safety, mostly dealing in ensuring that health and safety of the people who are working in the areas or companies are being taken care of, both from companies perspective as well as from regulations perspective. Product safety and stewardship, again, whatever products you are producing, the whole journey of the products, right, from R&D till manufacturing, and then shipping that product from your manufacturing location to the customer location, and ensuring that no harm is happening because of the product manufacturing and product shipment. This is the whole concept of this block of safety and stewardship. Under that you have different business process which we will talk about. You might already be knowing about MSDS and dangerous goods and all those things. Environmental performance, which you are talking about, mostly dealing with air emissions and also water and waste management also. Permits given to industrial permits given to companies to operate, license to permits, those all things are getting covered here. There's a new solution which SAP is trying to focus, which is not part of EHSM as of now, but probably in future they will do this, because in European region and nowadays in other regions also there is more nowadays concept of recycling and a circular economy. So SAP is focusing here, though they have a solution but not on EHSM platform as of now. So like I was talking, there are so much pressure nowadays on companies, whether chemical, pharmaceutical, oil and gas, utilities or FMCG. You take any company that is touching people's lives in any harmful way, or environmental aspects also associated, so that will come under regulations from state regulation, federal regulations, some visibility from branding image, also from consumer side also the pressures are there. Investors and NGOs are also putting up pressure. So this all necessitates for companies who are serious for their brand image and want to avoid heavy penalties, so that necessitates for them to have an dedicated EHS systems. SAP or non-SAP, that is a different thing, but companies nowadays are realizing that they cannot skip this part of the business, and they need to have a dedicated EHS system to take care of so many things, right? Any questions? I go to the next slide. So these things you guys will be able to understand better because you are already from business, so you will understand better. So these are some of the list of regulations, and that is increasing every month, every year. The list is increasing. So if you're not having dealing in many products, many sites, many employees, so you cannot handle everything manually. You need to have a dedicated EHS system. So this is the integration in the complete value chain. When we say value chain, that means how the value is getting added for products or for operations, and where how EHS things are integrated in all the aspect of the value chain. If you see in research and development also, you need to comply, you need to take care of compliance when your product, you visualize the compliance, whether in R&D you are taking care of all those aspects or not, both from product as well as environmental front. In purchasing also, you need to take care of so many things, MSDS and integrated compliance requirement for purchasing. In production, so many things are there from environmental and safety, health and safety front, and hazardous inventory of chemical inventory of hazardous substances. In sales and distribution, again, you need to take care of so many regulations, and in services also, ongoing services also. So this is part of the complete value chain, right? So 3 pillars we talked about. Those things we are going to see in a bit detail now. So health and safety will cover, like I was talking, one part is occupational health. Now occupational health, SAP, as compared to classic EHS like we were talking about, they have limited the scope of occupational health, because now what happens, you guys will understand better, in every company they have their own medical systems where medicines, beds, patients management, everything happen. That cannot come under ERP systems. So every company have their own medical systems, medical IT systems. So that is why the classic EHS, which was trying to cover all those things, SAP realized that they cannot cover everything in SAP solutions. So now they have limited mostly to the extent of occupational exposures, and many things they are trying to remove from EHSM, which was part of EHS as far as occupational health is concerned. So those things we will understand when we go in the system. Just to give you a heads up that occupational health will not be fully the way it was in classic EHS. Industrial hygiene will be mostly, these all processes are there, except that now they have a new look and feel, new terminologies. Hazardous substance management, again some new terminologies and new look and feel. And incident management, a very robust incident management process now in EHSM as compared to classic EHS. And that is very new look and feel, new user interface. And earlier it was mostly concentrating on incident accidents. Now in EHSM it is also safety observations, on the spot inspections, near misses, and many other aspect of incident management, which makes it a completely robust solution. So SAP also provides, apart from recording everything, the continuous process of mitigating the future incidents through safety measures, tasks, safety plans. So we'll see how those things are taken care once incidents or near misses are recorded. Right. This is a typical process of business process of incident and risk management. By the way, health and safety also considers mitigation of risk, where you identify risk, you evaluate risk, you do the risk rating, and then finally you provide the corrective and preventive action to reduce the risk rating. And that is also integrated with incident and accident management. So this is one of the business process, how risk management process flows from the identification to the risk assessment, and then determining which all employees are getting exposed to which levels of risks, and accordingly prescribing them medical test examinations, right? And you see the corrective actions and implementation of controls, and this is how this identification of a risk is providing the capability of ensuring the health and well-being of the employees who are working, by proposing the right examination, right test as per the exposure group. So these things are also part of the system which we'll see. This is something called as location management in SAP. Like against the location will be the central object, like we say in SAP, the word object. Against the location, there will be many transactions, recordings, right, from incidents, accidents to near misses to risks to safety inspections. Everything will be done against the locations. So that is very central part of it, and we'll see how location structure is built plays important part in recording and analyzing all the data, and that is integrated with most of the modules. Yes,
Rohit,
go ahead. Yeah.
sorry to disturb you, one query.
Mhm.
What exactly this EHSM module will do? Because exactly what is the major advantage for one, or suppose if you take one pharmaceutical industry, how, suppose I have a business meeting tomorrow, how this EHSM module is going to help to the industry, and what are the advantages the industry gets. So I need to focus on tomorrow. I have a business meeting. So what can you enlighten me some few points so that this EHSM module is going to help in this area, and these are the advantages as per the government regulations and that. Few points.
So advantages are, if I have to give 2 points from a pharma industry perspective, advantages are that your all the formulations which you are doing, or all the products which you are launching, are they complying with the local regulations or not, or are you because of so many new launches, new products, or so many at the nutrient micro level of compositions which you are having, any place are you having a systematic approach of a system-based approach where a manual error is also taken care of, and you are not ending up, your company is not ending up paying heavy fines because of wrong formulations which are not authorized by regulations. That case, these sort of cases have happened because of wrong formulation. The companies have ended up paying huge penalties also. That is one aspect. And from an industry point of view, you are having the manufacturing of your drugs. Manufacturing of your drugs, so the employees who are working on the field in your manufacturing locations, you cannot take care of all the employees relying on your manual standard operating procedure. There are so many incidents, accidents that happen, and you need to have a system-based approach of, let's say, I'm not saying that system will go and prevent if some incident or accident happening. That is more driven by the company culture of the safety, how the company is active on the safety culture, how employees are aware of the trainings are given or not. But system can give you certain functionalities, certain workflows where it will ensure that every week or every month what inspection needs to happen is happening by the concerned person. Every let's say quarter, the correct examination or correct tests are happening for employees who are exposed to certain chemicals. Every, let's say, once incident has happened, a proper way of investigation is happening, and proper corrective actions are defined and that are being closed in the system by the person concerned, so that next time it doesn't happen. And there are systematic approach of doing the things. Like if you go in a local kirana shop, there also you can do shopping, but you go in a mall, there's a systematic way of doing the thing through a system-based approach of billing and everything. So that's how in layman's language there's a difference. They can very well run with a manual approach also, but they will go mad if they are going to do, if they are not having a system-based approach. So it will go in that direction only. And there are many examples of giving you the benefits. I'm citing you a few examples, like what happened with, let's say, talking very closely with your industry, what happened with your this Nestle for Maggie, because of that one constituent which was above the threshold value, which they did not realize in their production lines, that MSG, right? So you are very confident of your manual things that you're putting your constituent within the limit, but at times it happens because of some manual error, the constituent goes beyond, and that has taken a huge hit on the business and the branding. Can restrict those values and you have notifications, then you can avoid all those things. The same happens for pharma industry also.
Oh, thanks.
right? So let's go ahead.
Okay, Rohit, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rohit.
Yeah, go ahead. Hello.
Rohit, you said it's in EHSM, the risk assessment type is like, can you go to previous slide, please?
Previous slide, yeah.
Yeah,
This one.
yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. So,
Yeah.
like in the classic module, we got a hierarchy, right? Location, and then last will be the activity. No, the
Okay.
second slide,
Yeah,
11,
yeah.
slide number
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. Yeah, I got your point. Go ahead. What's the question?
So in this, in this slide, I don't see any activity because in the location activity plays very important role. So
Yeah, so obviously everything will not get covered in the slides only, but you understand the
Okay.
concept of location. So location can be anything. I was trying to explain. Location can be your site, manufacturing location, your plant, or a small work location, or a small train of manufacturing site. It can be a small silo also. It can be anything.
Yeah.
That concepts we'll see because there are so many concepts which I cannot obviously include in the slides which I am going to
No,
cover in
it's
30
okay.
40 minutes.
No,
But
No,
your
I
point
think-
is valid. Your point is valid. Those things are still part of EHSM. You will probably have a
Okay,
different
okay.
look and feel, different look and
Okay.
feel and words.
no problem. No. Okay, go ahead, please. Yeah.
I guess somebody new has joined. What's the name? If he's or she is hearing me.
His name Abdul.
Yeah, hello.
Abdul.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi Abdul.
Yeah, hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Abdul. The reason I'm stopping in between and talking to you is that these two guys, Sagar and Mohan, I'm talking on the lines on
Yeah.
which based on background. So I'm not aware of your background because this determines how much I should going into detail or I should be covering on the top. So what's your background? Can I have a quick introduction?
Actually, I have a background of safety. I worked as a
Okay.
safety manager, and I'm knowledgeable of these safety concerns.
Okay.
So
Great.
so I can understand what you're saying. Things.
Do you have any exposure to SAP also?
No exposure.
Okay, so you work in your company mostly around safety business processes and taking care of those aspects. Is your company in manufacturing company or
No,
chemical
actually,
company?
it was a construction company.
Okay, so that's a engineering, construction and operations.
Yeah.
Okay, so fine. So your is more of a project-based requirements. One side
Yeah.
doing some construction, then going to the next side. That has a
Yeah.
different flavor for safety management, like impact assessment and all those things. Site impact assessment, and you start with all those things. So that's a different thing as compared to usual 24/7 manufacturing operation safety, right? So that's good. So I will talk covering your business process as in mind also. Fine. So when did you actually join? How many minutes has happened since you joined?
In the company, it's been 2
No.
years.
In this presentation, how many minutes have passed?
Maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
Rohit, we have EPA in the.
Your voice is breaking. Sorry.
It's 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's okay. Somebody was asking something EPA or what? Hello?
No, sorry, Rohit. I just want to ask, SAP have any solution for EPA as well? This is Sagar speaking.
Okay, Sagar, EPA
Environmental
mean
impact assessment?
production agency? EPA titles?
No. Environment. No,
Hello?
that is a different. It's a body, US body. Environmental impact.
Okay, environmental impact assessment
EIA.
and all those things, right?
EIA, sorry, not EPA.
See,
Sorry.
okay, environmental impact assessment, EIA, you are saying, right? So that's a study
Yes,
which is done,
sorry.
which is done one time or probably a revision of the original study, and a system cannot help in doing that study. That is something which you go on the ground, do everything. System can help you in documentation and certain workflows. So that's not a
Okay.
business process which will keep on happening. That's a one-time thing which you prepare a report. From a system standpoint, you can preserve the report, you can manage the versions of it, you can circulate it to the person concerned, but beyond that, system won't be able to support you. That's a system definition, right? You got my
Okay,
point.
no problem.
Yeah.
Because I already yes, I
So
already
yeah,
worked on that. That's
if
why I
you
was
are doing,
sorry.
so you will
Go
go
ahead.
to the sites, you will deal with the authorities, you will collect all the data, how system can help you there. That's a part of more of a knowledge of the consultant concerned who is doing the EIA, right? But from a construction industry standpoint, EIAs
No.
are stored against the locations. See, again, location plays a very important part. Like Abdul is from construction industry. So what happens in construction? Let's take an example of L&T company, right? What they do, so they go build the bridges, they go build the roads, they go build the dams, and they go build any other infrastructure, malls or buildings, everything. So their locations are changing very fast, continuously. 1 year project here, 6 months project there, 3 months project there. So what they do, every places they go, they do the environment impact assessment, and they keep on storing, loading it against the locations. So and they keep on creating the versions. And so whenever they try to fetch, they can fetch the report from the centralized system. Somebody looking at, let's say L&T head is sitting in Mumbai, he wants to see all the EIAs, what is the date and how much delay has happened because of which site, which project. All those things you can see in the system, but system won't be able to help you to conduct the EIA.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
So,
Thank you.
any other question or should I move?
Oh yeah, go ahead please. Thank you.
Yep, welcome. So, where was I? Okay. So this is integrated, as you understand. We'll see once we go in system. Some part of it we will touch how it is. It's not like other EHS solutions, which are other EHS solution providers apart from SAP. There are many other solution providers in this area. Now this is becoming very hot topic, so you will see many solution providers, and nowadays many mergers and acquisitions are also happening in those space. But EHS from SAP is a solution which is integrated with most of other solutions which SAP is offering, and that is the benefit, and that is the USP which SAP is having. That is an integrated solution with other SAP modules, and most of the middle size or bigger companies are already running on SAP, their business of material procurement or services or HR. So it's give you a benefit of integrating with your current SAP landscape, and that's the benefit SAP will have, always have. Okay. We'll see with the maintenance cycle, because maintenance is also very closely related with environmental health and safety aspect. So that is also integrated. The HR part of it, because it's all about the persons who are working there. So that is also integrated. This is one other example which I was talking about, how it is integrated with your ensuring the health of the person who is working. So Abdul will be able to relate quite better because he is working as a safety person there. So it's not about safety from giving the MSDS or giving the toolbox talk and that's it. The company's responsibility is not to the extent that they can avoid an incident or accident happening. Company responsibility also company has also a responsibility of ensuring the right health checkups, timely health checkups, and submitting that report to government authorities also. You need to submit those reports for your employees, for your contractors. And if you are a very caring company, then you will do that proactively rather than doing it reactively. You will not wait for a person go deaf working in a high noise area, then you will send him to an audiogram test. You will keep monitoring the noise level in that area on a time-weighted average, and the moment you your system give a notification that the persons who are working in this extruder area or this very high noise area, rather than sending them for test after 6 months, you send them for test, audiogram test for 4 months, because they have already been exposed. And the same exposure you can count on chemicals or vapors which are happening from pharma industry. Let's, for example, you are asking about the benefits, right? System can track on a time-weighted average based on the formulations which or the blending which the person is doing in a certain reactor. If your frequency is to send him for a test in 6 months, your system can give you a message if he's working overtime or there is more exposure than what is prescribed in that area. That system can alert you that you should send this guy for test in 4 months. That's the benefit system. System is having a system-based approach, and this is what is coming in this slide. You are measuring the exposures, you are measuring the exposure group here. See, you are measuring the risk in a particular location or workplaces, and you are sending those person based on health protocol at the right time. And also you are taking care of if any injury or illness is happening, what all medical tests, medical services we performed. So these things were earlier, most of the things he was covering. Nowadays, the conducting of the test and services, SAP has reduced a bit in EHSM as compared to classic EHS, we will see, because SAP is now realizing that most of the companies, almost every company have their own medical system, whether they are running on SAP or Oracle or Microsoft. They're having their own patient beds management, patient management, invitations or medical medicines and everything in a separate system. So that's why SAP is limiting nowadays only to giving notifications when a person should be going for a certain test and what all tests are prescribed. That we'll see in the system. Any questions? Okay, so let me go ahead. Hazard communication also is a part of, very important part of it. If somebody is in chemical industry, they will relate better, but equally relevant for pharma industry also, because the R&D department of pharma is very active, so you keep on coming with the new formulations, new tablets, new drugs, and you need to continually ensure that the new chemical which you are procuring from your suppliers or the new things which you are introducing in your company, is that along the whole supply chain, right from R&D till piloting till manufacturing and finally sending it to end users or customers, is that following the every aspect of regulations and laws, or you are once you are going to launch the product, then you are coming to know that there's some non-compliance for certain laws. So that's a very important part of it, which also involves material safety data sheets and standard operating procedures. We will see in some system how that is taken care of, how that is taken care in the system. Going to the next one. Why it is not going? Okay. So now we are coming towards the next block, which is product safety and stewardship, which has these, as the name suggests, this is product safety, and earlier we were talking more about employee safety or worker safety there, right? That was different aspect, and this is totally different ball game together, where you need to ensure that because of the manufacturing of the product, because of the shipment of the product, or in the process of manufacturing that product, it is not harming the people, it is not harming the environment, it is not harming the stakeholders who are involved in the whole supply chain cycle. So for that purpose, we have many business process. Specification management is something where you are maintaining the specifications of the end product, its raw materials, its constituent level of information, is pure substances, the listed substances, everything you are maintaining in a database. And nowadays, SP along with other third-party database content provider are providing database ready database, which they are updating on a quarterly basis. We will see how that is playing part in the setup of entire specification management. Trace management, nowadays countries are coming together and bodies are coming together. Somebody said WHO, na, right? You worked in UNICEF and WHO. From United Nations side, there are standard reporting frameworks that is being given, which we call globally harmonized GHS reporting, globally harmonized. Hello? Yeah. So those things are nothing but trying to UN is trying to make all the countries, all the manufacturers come to the same reporting guidelines. Yeah, same reporting guidelines. Like somebody is saying this is inflammable, somebody is saying this is combustible, somebody is saying this is some other words. But UN is prescribing certain guidelines that if the initial, I mean, your product you are manufacturing in India and sending to Europe, or Europe companies are manufacturing, they are sending to China, or China is manufacturing sending to US. Everybody should follow the same terminologies of declaring the properties of their products and the hazards associated, the handling precautions, everything. They should follow the same guidelines. It should not happen that end users is getting confused because the terminologies are different. So this phrase management is something where you maintain the phrases which will be used for the reportings, where the approach will be more standardized rather than following different phrases for different products or different regions. This is something where, as per the regulations, you are maintaining the phrases and using in your reports. And this is something where you maintain all the reports, create the report, circulate the report. That is called as report information system and report management. And global label management, where labeling is very important nowadays. If your labeling is incorrect, you will end up paying heavy penalties also. So you need to ensure not the product label, even in product labels also, you nowadays have EHS properties, so you need to maintain all your database accordingly, so that the correct information goes on product label, container label, where the correct pictures are shown, correct properties are written on the labels, which will be affixed on the containers, labels, bottles, products, everything. Right, so this module still is there on that front. Substance volume tracking nowadays is very important for REACH regulations or other American regulations, and is playing important part. Like I was giving the example of Maggie, if they had that system of substance volume tracking for that particular constituent, they could have very well avoided on that fiasco of that constituent going above the threshold limit. So this module is relevant for many industries, for chemical, pharma, and FMCG, where we will see not only from regulation standpoint, but also for companies' own benefits. They are using substance volume to track that few things are not going beyond threshold limits. REACH compliance we talked, that is more of a European Union specific regulation for registration, evaluation and operation of certain chemicals which are prohibited or regulated, and how SAP is having a plain role there. Again, and then finally dangerous goods management, where again based on UN listed substances, which product can travel with what restrictions via air or road or ship, via water. So these all things are covered under dangerous goods management. You cannot depending on UN classification, you can transport certain products with certain mode of transport only in certain regulations, in certain regions. So those things are very much regulated across the world, and if you're not having a system-based approach, you will end up shipping certain products which are not supposed to be shipped by air or water, and you will end up paying huge penalties when that product reaches the shores of the other country. So this dangerous goods management take care of those aspects. Okay. So typical I'll run a bit faster because these are something which we'll see in the system. Explaining right now will probably not understand much. So these are certain things where a system is ensuring up-to-date material safety data sheets, and depending on your bill of material of the original material, which will be transferred to the bill of substance in EHS, and how that creation of MSDS happens automatically, and how the new versions getting created and sent to the customers on an ongoing basis whenever there is a delivery to the customer, and how your sales process is integrated with the MSDS distribution process, and even the printing of MSDS. Right, so that we'll see in the system. this is where the system helps to automate the process. This is something called as BOSS interface. So you were talking about how chemistry will help here. If you're having some chemistry knowledge, that will help you in understanding what is the BOM composition, how that composition will reflect in EHS, which is called as bill of substance. You will be in a better position if you're having a chemistry degree to understand the calculations involved here. This is something, a snapshot of how the EHS reports is capable of producing the output on the report, even pictures, and the phrases you see here are multilingual phrases. So SAP creates reports in almost all the international languages, prominent languages which are present right now. You can create, and it has a capability to adjust, flexibly adjust many things also. So we'll see those things also. This is something automated SCS registration which we already talked about. So in your existing sales process, how EHS things are playing part right from the moment delivery is created and picking and packing is happening, and MSDS is getting fetched from EHS database and getting attached to the shipping documents and reaching to the customers. Even before the shipment has reached, at times MSDS is sent via mail to the customers, and this is part of regulation also, that customer should be given the proper MSDS when shipment is happening, or the truck driver, if he is going by road, he should be having the proper MSDS of the product. Dangerous goods management I already talked about, but this is not very simple. This has too much of data to be maintained in the backend, and that data needs to be continually updated. There are some rules and logics that calculation happens when determining the region where the product is going and what is the mode of transport that is allowed. So there is something called as expert rules, which is provided by the regulatory content providers, which will have a complicated logic depending on the customer requirements or the regulation requirements. And those things, obviously, if you are dealing with hundreds of chemicals, hundreds of products, you cannot handle manually. So we'll see how system plays a part in checking the correct mode of transport, correct UN classification, and the correct delivery note, DG data information on the delivery note. We'll see all those things as part of Dangerous. Yeah.
Rohit, I have one query. Theoretical, we can't understand more. Can you show some for a few minutes on a real-time server which you have about EHSM for 10 minutes?
Yeah. So the purpose of today's call is to not make you understand completely, just to brief you what all you can expect in coming sessions.
Yeah,
so,
it is a completely theory we can understand from the online also.
Even if you are understanding 50% of it, that will solve the purpose, because you will have in your mind what all we are going to cover in next sessions and what all EHS is all about. Because many people here are not SAP people, they are just business people. Somebody is only from safety background, somebody is only from health background, somebody is only from product side. So they will understand what all things we are going to cover in future sessions, what all we will be going to see in system. So that will make up the mind. This is just to make up your mind. You are not expected to grasp 100% out of it.
Right. No problem.
Right? You just to understand what are the terminologies SAP is talking about, what all the business processes SAP is catering to, what are the benefits of employing a EHS system. The functionalities you cannot understand, I understand completely by talk on these lines. Right? We will come to that point. Okay. These are certain regulations. If people who are aware of product safety side of it, many regulations, many important regulations for road safety, for rail cargo, for air cargo, for shipping via sea routes. So these all you need to adhere once you are transporting dangerous goods, and how system will play part in it. We'll see. If you are mixing up the things, if you are sending something via rail which was supposed to be sent by road, then many companies you can search on Google have end up paying millions of dollars for that. So we'll see how system takes care. This is how some of the DG information looks like, which is part of your delivery note. If you see certain consignment which your company is sending, the delivery note which you will see along with the tanker going or along with the shipment going will have certain EHS specific information. If that product is dangerous or hazardous in nature, you can check in your company, that will have that information, and that is taken from a EHS system, that information, if the system is automated. So this is something which is the check which is happening during the loading process. There are multiple layers of checks so that you don't end up paying heavy penalties. Some checks happen when delivery is created, some check happen when printing is happening, some checks happen when you are actually loading the product on the containers. Okay, so we'll see all those things also. And this is finally all the checks happen, everything happened, then finally you are affixing the labels. You see on every tanker or on every container or on every boxes you have certain labels. If the product is hazardous, then you will have bigger labels, much more information. And depending on where that product shipment is going, if it's going in European Union, or if it's going in US, or if it's going in China, you will have different types of information, different types of languages. And this is where, if your company is diversified, dealing in is a global company, it becomes very necessary for a system-based approach to take care of all the regulations, regions, languages, the properties which you need to output on the labels. And this is where we'll see how global label management solution of EHS is helping. There's some of the sample labels which you might have seen in your companies, or some of the products on you might have seen on the tankers going on the roads or ships. Somebody said that they worked on ship also, so you might have seen all those things. We'll see how that is generated by the system. And substance volume tracking, which I talked about, to more track on in your production lines, in your the raw materials which you are procuring from your suppliers, the products which you are shipping to your customers, how much threshold limits you are allowed for a particular product, particular constituents, particular raw material, how the system is tracking on a real-time basis and warning you in advance that your limit is going to cross. So these things we can see in substance volume tracking. We'll see how system helps there. And again, this is integrated with your materials management cycle, with your production cycle. Whenever you are releasing process order or production order, how system will track that which constituent is going beyond limit. In your purchase requisitions, purchase orders also, we'll see. Even in sales also it happens. Now to the last block, which is called as environmental performance. We talked about health and safety of the employees, workers. Then we talked about the product safety of the product which we are producing or transporting to your customers. And now the last part, the last third pillar of the sustainability or EHS management, that is on the environmental front, where actually the air emissions are happening, your wastewater you are discharging from a manufacturing facility, you are having some solid waste management practices, your company is given a license to operate where you cannot do the flaring beyond the limit. If you are doing flaring beyond the limit, your VOCs are beyond the limit, your fugitive emissions are beyond the limit, then you need to explain to the authorities, submit report to the authorities. Those are permit and certificate management. Your storage of certain hazardous chemicals, you need to submit reports, and those permits and certificate management, how system is helping you to comply with all those requirements. And then finally, energy and resource management. Which system gives you certain possibilities where you can even track your level 2 or level 3 emission sources and energy sources also. You can track all those things if your company wants, right? So we'll see how all those things, how you are conserving
Rohit?
your resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead.
Rohit, excuse me. This is Sagar. So this environmental performance things, so we are gonna do it in detail, like regular one, or we'll just go in a brief actually.
I'll go only in brief because in EHSM, still environmental performance is part of the latest release, and that too, if you see EHSM 6.0 that has been recently released, not few months also. They have just now included in EHSM environmental compliance solution. Okay, and I'm not sure if I am having the server access which Vinky will be giving. I need to check if it is environmental 6.0, which not many people are having across the world. It's very new server, very new. So if they, yeah, your voice is breaking.
Yeah.
Sagar, are you still there?
It should work on a 3.0, right? Emission control.
No. So what happened? Let me explain you briefly. In classic
Yes,
EHS,
I am.
yeah, in classic EHS, the EHS system was different and environmental compliance system was totally different with a different server. It was not part of the classic EHS solution. If some company needs to deploy environmental solution, they need to buy a separate license and they need to install a separate license, a separate server for environmental solution of EHS when it was classic EHS. Now with EHSM, from EHSM 1 version till EHSM 5 version, environmental performance was not part of EHSM solutions. Environmental performance has been recently taken inside EHSM from version 6, which is just now released. So it is no more a separate license, no more a separate server. It will be on the same EHSM platform. And I need to check the server which Venki has got, whether it is the environmental EHSM 6. If it is EHSM 6, which I doubt, then I can show you system a little bit, because that's a very new system. I'm not sure that has been configured or not. Even if it is not EHSM 6, I have certain screenshots where I can show you the functionalities of it, right? Hello, can you hear me? Sagar is still there?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So
Yes, I am.
in my agenda or in my training scope, I have not included EHSM this environmental solution knowingly, because none of the people, none of the training institute is having EHSM 6 version. I'll see if it's there. That's well and good. Otherwise, that's a separate training in itself. That's a very huge module, and that's a separate training in itself. Although I will give you certain screenshots, I'll explain you functionalities in brief, but we will not be going and practicing on the solution for environmental things, because that's a very big training in itself. Okay.
Oh,
Your voice is breaking, so I'm going ahead. Now this is something we call as the sustainability solution architecture, how all the solutions are tied up with each another solutions together. And this is some things which we talked about, and this is ECC thing, which is again.
Rohit, sorry to disturb you. I have some another meeting. I am getting dropped out.
Who is this? One second.
okay. For
Yeah.
Mohan is getting dropped off.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm almost finished. This is second last slide only. So if you want for 2 minutes, otherwise you can drop.
No problem. Carry on, please.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the architecture which we talked about. This won't make much sense to you because these are more technical things. You just understand that there are a couple of systems which are all tied together, and none of the solutions are standalone solutions. They are all talking to each other. For the time being, understand this much only. We'll see in the system. Regulatory content I talked about, because if you are dealing with so many products, so many chemicals, so many raw materials, then you need to maintain all the properties, regulation specific, region specific properties. You need to have all those calculation logics built in inside the system so that you can take care of all the regulations. So that is why ERP players like SAP or other ERP players are nowadays coming up with their own regulatory content where they keep on updating these regulations with the phrases in all the languages, with the new substances, the information, the regulations, and this forms the backbone of all your specification management, which will finally determine your hazardous substance nature, dangerous properties, MSDS chapters, many more things for product safety. And SAP offers this solution called as SERC, SAP EHS regulatory content, and that's separately licensed. And this is all about this training to give you a background of what all we are going to cover and what all are the business processes which SAP solutions caters to.
Anybody have the doubt?
Right? Any questions?
I have one query, Rohit.
Yeah, Mohan, go ahead.
What is the duration for this, for total training?
Well, I am targeting to complete this depending on how many people are coming and when they are coming. Like we started with 2-3 people today, and as per Venki, some people might join in.
No,
so I'm
duration for this. Duration.
Sorry?
How many hours required to complete this?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to come. So depending on that, all the people are going ahead together. If I'm not going to repeat anything, let's say assuming that this should take ideally between 35 hours to 40 hours.
Okay. Are you providing any case study something?
I'll be having documents that will have the business process explained as well as steps involved in SAP, what are the transactions, what are the steps involved, everything.
No, I mean any case study you are taking or just formally explaining the things?
Then there will be case study. So that will be based on a business process, a small case study for every process.
Okay. So it will be in weekends only or daily?
Yeah, that depends. I'll try to finish this as soon as possible.
So that timings, Mohan. It's daily. I will update you. By tomorrow, I will update you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
my priority will be that if people are available on weekdays also, so we can take on weekdays also.
Okay. 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 So, okay, I will speak to Venkat related to all this, what are the queries.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Yes, Sagar, do you have any more doubts?
Hello.
Yeah, do you have any questions?
Sagar, is Sagar still there?
Yeah, Sagar is there and Abdul went out. I think he's facing power cut issue.
Yeah,
Sagar,
thank you, Rohit. And
I got some internet problem as well, so I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's breaking very much. You can type in
I
your
don't know,
question if
man.
there
This
is very specific question.
yes,
Type it.
Sagar. Yeah, you don't think, Sagar, if you have any more questions, you can mail me. Your voice is
If
breaking.
you have any specific questions for Venki, so you can directly talk to Venki. If you have any questions just now for me, you can even type in also in the chat. I can explain you.
I think chat box is disabled. I think we are not able to find the chat.
Yeah. Even I am not able to see.
Oh,
Okay.
my
So-
Now it's enabled.
Okay.
Hello?
Venkat, I will try to contact you tomorrow
Yeah, right.
to clarify my queries. Okay.
Okay. Okay, right.
Yeah, thanks. Rohit, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hello, Sagar. Hello, Sagar.
Yeah, I have some doubts.
Yeah, you can ask.
Yes, hello, Venki.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you can ask him now.
So Rohit, Yes, yes. So we will cover incident and incident management, right? Entire incident management.
Yeah, entire incident accident management.
Okay. So yeah, because my main concern is that only, like incident management.
That is
Mostly
the main.
EHSM is.
That is the main solution of EHSM, and that is
Yeah,
the most
yeah,
common solution.
yeah. Because product safety, when it comes to product safety, I usually I have I work, so I don't think so. But my main concern was the EHSM only. This incident and accident management only.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll cover incident quite in detail.
Yeah, and so is including the implementation thing, right? Like what were the requirements for the implementation? What we do, everything, or
No, we'll cover based on some business use cases that will have some flavor of how things are implemented. Some configurations also I can show you if you are really interested. But it will mostly practicing and because taking an implementation approach covering in too much into detail, then incident management in itself will be a training. You understand? I'll be covering mostly business requirements. We will be showing you all the configurations which are required, and if you are going for a blueprinting session, let's say for an example, after that training you can very well do an implementation to that extent.
uh-huh.
But not that how blueprint document will be created or
Yeah,
how,
because my main concern.
you understand my point?
No, that
So we'll not
that is
be-
not my main concern actually.
okay.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
I got it.
No, but after
I got
training
it.
you will be able to do implementation.
So, but I
That's
need.
what I'm saying.
Okay, I don't know the back end entries for this back end configuration for EHSM actually.
That I will show you. See, it depends on the individual training people choice. Like the moment I go in detail, like you saw some people were saying that is going above my head, and that. So if somebody is interested, really interested in all the configuration and implementation approach, that also can be done. So if you are interested, then we will go in that direction. It depends how much you are keen into going into detail.
Yep.
Okay. So when we are done, then okay.
Yeah, no more doubts.
Yeah, that's my prime motto actually. That's why I joined the class. Otherwise, it's not.
Yeah, don't worry on that. You will be very much confident after
nice.
this.
Oh, correct. Okay, I will wind up the session.
Okay.
If we have any more doubts.
Thank you, Vicky.
Okay, I will update you the timings and everything. Thanks for taking. Thanks, Rohit. Bye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.